sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. This defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo. Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that? On the handoff, running left, Marlon Mack. Pretty move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through. Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it. On 1st and 10, Richmond. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play. Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free. Yeah, live to fight another down, right? An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Richmond. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult. Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Looking to throw. Richmond. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. On play action, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long. But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with
touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action now. Prescott rolling to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number. Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass. And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. It's now 3rd down. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead. Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Oh, and now some space to operate. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The throw over the middle taken in. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off, because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. First down, Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
Well, and I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run, as we just saw there.
And he's got some space here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And when you've got the 31st ranked rush offense in the NFL, you're going to see a few of these negative plays.
Yeah, and I don't want to be snarky about the whole thing, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. We've seen a bunch of those this season.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Richmond. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Mike Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now here's Ross. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Nagar now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he is out of bounds here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the...
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And down to the 36-yard line here. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw on second down, Richmond. This to the outside for Mack. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Richmond throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Williams. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Mack gets hit and the ball is free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Richmond flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Ross to return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A fairly short kick from the 14. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Prescott on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Richmond. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
What a play. What a play.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. Mack. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Prescott now. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Robert Tunyon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. 5 yards remain on second down. Looking to throw. Richmond. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Mack. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Mack. He's to the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Richmond. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Powering his way forward. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Richmond. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Flushed out right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll throw again. Prescott dancing to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. A first down throw for Prescott. Cooks on the quick slant. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory. Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much. I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team. Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. He gets it to Cooks. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. Now Prescott. Pass complete, Tunyon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. Here's Dak. That is caught by Anderson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now Dak. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play. They go play action here on first down. This to the outside for Mack. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle. Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win. Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level. It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion. That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a late season stumble as they're going to fall to 12-2 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.